as the 2021 season kicked off, I did two middle distance races, Ironman 70.3 Arizona and Challenge Daytona. And then that took me into my first Ironman Waco in 2021, where I was able to win my age group and finish fifth overall on the day, qualifying me for the Ironman World Championship in Kona. Since then, I've done a few more Ironmans and several 70.3s, really just excelling as an amateur athlete, and have hopes to potentially maybe one day take that to the next level as a professional triathlete. Right now, I think the near term goal is to go back to an Ironman World Championship and win my age group. Last year, I was fourth place at the Ironman World Championship in St. George and 18th place at the Ironman World Championship in Kona, Hawaii. I've been, competing at a very high level, and I think my ultimate goal would be to win my age group. And then, once I think that I have the ability to race as a pro, to take my professional license in triathlon. So that's what I see myself going in the sport. Now let's move on to the man of the hour, Terry. So how do I know Terry? Terry's actually I'm lucky to have him in my neighborhood, and he came as a reference to me through one of the athletes that I coach. So I actually went into with Terry, just for a kind of informal PT session where Terry kind of looked over my body, saw areas we were tight. We worked together for nearly 3 hours, and after that, I think I've never had more range of motion and mobility, especially in my shoulders as a swimmer. I was really able to find some extra speed that next day in my workouts, which was tremendous. Then fast forward 3 days later, I had a bad fall. Fell down on my knee, and it was swollen the size of a big softball. So I texted Terry and I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. I have a race in 3 days. I don't even know if I'm going to go race Oceanside. Terry comes and meets me. We do, I don't know, 2 hours of rehab on the knee. He gives me the Mark Pro device, tells me to use it all night. I fall asleep with this thing on. Anyways, we get that knee within 2 days, looking from a softball to a very normal knee. And I went to Oceanside, was able to have a great race, actually placed fourth in my age group, which if you guys don't know 70.3 Oceanside, it's very high caliber Ironman. It's typically the field of competition there is very high. So to get on the podium at Oceanside is always a great accomplishment. And so just for him to get me to that start line healthy and then to be able to perform and run a good half marathon after having such a bad bone bruise just a few days earlier was amazing. Um, so Terry is just a great resource to have as far as physical therapy, but I really call Terry my recovery coach. At the end of the day, Terry is different than any PT because he looks at it from a holistic perspective. He looks at it from a perspective of how is your sleep, how is your diet, how are the other stressors in your life, right? What modalities might work for this athlete versus another athlete? What areas is this athlete weak? Which areas is this athlete strong? Right. And so he kind of looks at it from a unique perspective, athlete to athlete, with a holistic approach of like, how can I get you to perform at your best? So yeah, Terry is an amazing resource. I will continue to work with Terry through my athletic career. I think he's just going to help me perform my best when it comes to training and racing. And I think that Terry can help so many other athletes out there, whether you're endurance athlete that's banged up, or if you're just an athlete that's routinely playing team sports, basketball, soccer, football. Terry works with all types of athletes, all shapes and sizes. Ultimately, can create a plan that's specific to you. So I think Terry can definitely help any athletes out there that are looking to increase their recovery game. You know, play injury free season after season or come back from an injury. I think Terry's kind of your guy. So would highly recommend him for anyone that's looking for performance therapy, sports therapy, trying to up their recovery game. Thank you.